This is a 3-minute video that I want to tell you about that I'm going to show. It's a silent video. I'm going to narrate it. But it shows levels of CO2 that are taking place since 1979. And then it backs up and show. This is where it starts right here. Below 340 parts per million. 350, right about here, is where the scientists agree that if we go over 350, that we're in trouble. If we go much above 350, we're in big trouble. And so this starts, and I'll explain what's going on after we start the video. All right, they call it the pump handle video for a reason. This is Mauna Loa, Hawaii. This is the South Pole, and this is the Northern Hemisphere. These are the data points on this chart up here, which you probably can't see. If you want to find this graph yourself, go to hpjmh.com. It's on the top of the home page right now. So look at what's happening. This is the clock moving along here, 1988, 1989. Look at what's happening at the South Pole. It's going up and down slightly, but it's barely moving, but it's definitely going up. So why do you suppose this is going nuts over here? That's the pump handle. This is where all of the excesses are taking place. The Northern Hemisphere, for the most part, is what's really pumping it out. And so look, these numbers go way up in the Northern Hemisphere. They come back down. It's a cycle. You can see the cycle from high to low, but this is the graph as it steadily goes up. We've got half of the members of Congress that think this is a hoax. I mean, if we can't get our own government leaders on board because they figure they can't get elected if they come out and say this is real. It's just, but I'm a data-driven guy. Dr. Clapper yesterday said he had a sign in his office, said it's the food. I've had a sign in my office for 25 years. It says, "In God we trust. All others must bring data." And here's some data. I mean, look at this thing. It's going up. It's up at 390. That's 2012. It hit 400 for the first time in 2013. It ended up here on the South Pole. There. Now it's still going. Look at what's happening now. The graph is going backwards. And they're showing where it was in 1970. Now it's going to go backwards for 800,000 years, but it's not going to take as long as you might think. This video is about over, but watch, it's just about to shift here. Watch this. Going back to 1600s, 1500s, pre-industrial era, 278 parts per million. By the way, look at this over here where we are now at 400, and we're saying 350 is our maximum safe haven. So this keeps on going back, and it goes all the way back to the Ice Age. And to me, that just show me the data. And it's so visual. This is put out by NOAA. This is National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Agency of the United States with collaboration with every country in the world. You can see that if you watch the video. At the end of the video, it's got a list of all those countries. So that's it. I just wanted to share that. I just added that this week because it's so visual and it's something you can show to people. If you can't find it, just Google pump handle 2014. It'll come right up on YouTube. So I've got 4 points here on this slide. Goodland, Anhang, and Hicks. By the way, I've gotten to know Jeff Anhang pretty well over the past few years. He's still working on this. Goodland died, probably because of heart disease. In 2009, Goodland and Anhang said we need to replace 25% of our meat and dairy calories with plants. So that's all they did was say it. Got to do more than say it. 2013, they changed it because nothing had happened between 9 and 13. So they said, we need to replace 50% of our meat and dairy calories with plants. And by the way, they didn't say whole plant-based foods because any plant-based food is good for the environment. If you want to be healthy yourself, you got to eat the whole plant-based food. So some people are environmental superstars, but they don't eat a very healthy diet. They just don't eat the animals. So in 2016, which is this year, I wrote a paper back in April, and that's on that same website right at the top with the graph. I said we need to shoot for 100% and hope to get 80, and we need to do it pretty quickly because the climate change tipping points are approaching.